So it follows that it is a wisdom about the spiritual sexuality, and it says that it is in the foundation of all of nature. And therefore, this give and take, this giving and reception, yes, and whether we want it or not, we're into it, about it all the time, and this is what determines how we look at life, where I'm constantly looking around myself for different things, and when I find them, I detect them first of all according to the sex, according to my attitude towards them, or speaking differently, speaking more technologically, more technically, more, let's call it, more economically. Looking at everything, I first of all think, how can I bestow onto him and how can he bestow onto me? What can I benefit as a result of giving him and what can I benefit as a result of receiving from him? And what does it have to do with sexuality? Precisely that is sexuality. Corporeally wise, bodily wise. It's also what do I give and what do I receive on the bodily level. So this is a calculation which stems altogether from our spiritual root. And it has to do with our sexuality, of course, spiritual sexuality. And this is where all the different forms of sexuality that exist in us humans and animals and the different forms of the animate world and vegetative world up to the level of the speaking level stems from. Where also there the connection, the tendency between the particles, the molecules, the atoms, it's all according to the same rules. And what does it have to do with the urge for life? That you said that the urge for sex is the urge for life. For life. Because the more I connect with other people, both men and women, in a way that we complete one another, by that we build a complete entire system, and in it we achieve the revelation of the force of life, a new spirit of life, considered as a different level, the speaking level, or the next world, the next degree of our existence. So, what actually is the sexual urge in spirituality? We said that a woman is she who is ready to receive a fulfillment, the man is he who is willing to fulfill the desire wanting to receive. What is the sexual drive here in this entire system? The sexual drive, impulse, urge. It is an urge that comes to us from our source, from that very force which creates us, which is the Creator, who wants us to reach Him as the will from who to receive all the good and abundance, where in this case he is as the man and we, all of the people connected together, are as the woman receiving from him the higher light that fulfills us. So it's kind of an urge for the fulfillment of good and abundance. Yes, this ultimate happiness, joy, good. Yes. And out of that stem all the rest of the sexual forms that exist psychologically and corporeal, also on the different levels of life, still vegetative, animate speaking.